Criminal referrals are imminent in the ongoing Obamagate probe, according to Devin Nunes, the ranking Republican on the House Intelligence Committee, who says that more people are coming forward with information into the attempted coup of President Trump. Nunes also says that the investigation has expanded to include the Mueller investigation team. Nunes told Greg Jarrett on Fox News, "We've also expanded our investigation into the Mueller team and everything that happened with Mueller and the people at DOJ and FBI that were above Mueller. And so, we will be making criminal referrals in the coming weeks against the Mueller team. We're just now putting that together and, of course, as always, waiting on more documents that we really need to come out. It's been over a year since Mueller's investigation vindicated Trump, but the investigation lasting as long as it did despite concluding rather quickly there was no collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia has raised many questions. Trump often mocked the Mueller investigation as a witch hunt. By all indications, Mueller knew there was no collusion after about 6 months, but the investigation lasted a whopping 22 months. But, according to Nunes, Mueller should have shut down his investigation right away because he believes Mueller knew from the very beginning of his investigation in May 2017 that there was no collusion between Trump's campaign in Russia. In fact, we know the Obama administration never had any empirical evidence of collusion. Former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper in 2017 testified, "I never saw any direct empirical evidence that the Trump campaign or someone in it was plotting, conspiring with the Russians to meddle with the election. That's not to say that there weren't concerns about the evidence we were seeing, anecdotal evidence. But I do not recall any instance where I had direct evidence. It's long overdue that the investigators who ran a bogus investigation are finally being put under the microscope." Despite the fact that the Mueller report proved there was no collusion between Donald Trump and the Russians during the 2016 campaign, Democrats were convinced that there was more evidence out there, perhaps in the tiny fraction of the report that was redacted for national security reasons, that proved Trump actually did collude with the Russians. It turns out that the most interesting things about Mueller's investigation were not what was redacted from the report, but what wasn't included in the first place. According to investigative reporter John Solomon, Bob Mueller hid evidence exonerating Donald Trump Jr. over the infamous Trump Tower meeting, during which Democrats were convinced he had met with a Russian lawyer to discuss dirt on Hillary Clinton.